Hi everyone, we are going to continue our unit on fractions, and in this lesson we're going to be focusing on mastering the ability to write mixed numbers and improper fractions. And by the end of this lesson you should be able to answer this question: how would you explain the difference between mixed numbers and improper fractions? So let's go ahead into talking about what a mixed number is. A mixed number is the sum of a whole number and a fraction. So these are examples that you might have heard of before, like 2.5 pizzas or 6 2/3 of pieces of pie. These are just examples. But improper fractions are when the numerator is larger than the denominator. It's a fraction that has a numerator greater than or equal to its denominator, I guess I should say. And we're going to really work on converting between the two, from an improper fraction to a mixed number, or from a mixed number into an improper fraction. So let's go ahead and take a look at what that looks like. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at how we would change a mixed number into an improper fraction. Something that I always remembered when I was in school, because math is something that I struggled with, is that when I change a mixed number into an improper fraction, that my bottom number, my denominator, always stays the same, no matter what. So I'm just going to write that down now. And then I know that my denominator is going to be multiplied by my whole number. So I'm going to write that down first. So 3 times 4, which equals 12. And then from there, I'm going to add whatever my numerator is. So plus 2. 12 plus 2, which equals 14. So the mixed number of 4 2/3, written as an improper fraction, where my numerator is larger than my denominator, would be 14 over 3. Let's do another example just for good measure. So we're asked to write the mixed number of 2 5/8 as a mixed number. As an improper fraction. My denominator stays the same, so I'm just going to write that down, is 8. 8 times 2, I'm going to write down those steps, is equal to 16. And then I add my numerator to that value. So I have 16 plus 5, which is equal to 21. So 2 5/8, written as an improper fraction where my numerator is larger than my denominator, would be 21 over 8. Now we're going to switch gears to talking about how we would write an improper fraction into a mixed number. The same concept applies in being that the denominator stays the same, which is 3. But I'm going to figure out how many times 3 can be regrouped into 16, so I'm going to divide them. So 16 divided by 3. When I divide that, I can see that I can multiply 5 by 3 without going over. So my quotient, the answer to my division problem, is always going to be my whole number. So I'm going to write that down now. It's my big number to the left of my fraction when we're writing a mixed number. When I multiply 5 times 3, that equals 15, and I get a remainder of 1. Your remainder is always going to be your numerator. So then I'm going to transfer that as my numerator of my mixed number. So 16 over 3, written as a mixed number, is 5 1/3. Let's go ahead and do one more example of that as well, where we're asked to convert the improper fraction of 28 over 6 into a mixed number. My denominator is going to stay the same, which is 6. And I'm going to divide that, 28, into 6 parts. 28 divided by 6, without going over, I know that I can multiply it 4 times. And 4 times 6 is equal to 24. I'm going to have a remainder of 4. This is my whole number, so I'm going to write that in my mixed number, 4, and this is my numerator. My remainder is also my numerator, 4 4/6. But I can see right here that both my numerator and denominator are not in simplest form. I can make it smaller, so I'm going to divide both my numerator and denominator by 2. and come up with an equivalent fraction of 4 2/3. So after going through those examples, I hope that you guys have a better understanding of how to convert between improper fractions and mixed numbers, and that you can answer this question below. If you have any specific questions regarding this lesson of mixed numbers and improper fractions, please don't hesitate to let me know, and I will see you in class.